Okay guys, we're here at Rashaverak, and yeah, I don't believe the fight when we do the no magic attack crew up here is going to be too different from what we're about to do here, because you want to kill these guys at the same time. And so what I did is arm people with usable items that cast spells. The Icicle Dirk is going to be useful here, as well as the Staff of Divine Wrath. Any others are going to be somewhat resisted, and you have to be careful about, which is why I brought Mina and Boria in this fight instead, because once again, this guy, Rashaverak, is highly resistant to Sizz, 75%, and you don't want, one getting resisted, one of the three resisting it and the other one not, because then you have to kill them quickly or they'll call more. So we're going for the reliable attacks only, and once again, the hero does not have Kazap yet, so we can't just spam that and kill him easy. That's okay though, we can do this. Also, I don't know why, but you need to equip your liquid metal shield. Jeez, dude. I was messing around. Anyway, just jump right in. Alright, so for this, we're going to have Noep just use the Icicle Dirk. We're going to have Kirill and Mina use their defensive moves here, while we have Boria Crackle. It's roughly even amount of damage there. Ice is pretty reliable in terms of damage range. But yeah, this way we don't even have to worry about healing much. Anyway, yeah, so we're just going to go ahead and use our items and... Oh, no. You're going to go swoosh, and you're going to go crackle. Basically, ice and wind. And honestly, when we do the no magic attack crew, we're probably just going to be using items the whole time because it's the only thing that could do even amount of damage. Otherwise, you're going to see me just find this guy over and over, fisting them slowly. Which sounds gross, but it's just not worth it. And there we go. But yeah, and that's it. That's simple enough. So instead, now we're good. I'll meet you back with probably like just the same, roughly the same crew here, as we just use our items instead to attack. I'll see you in a sec. Alright, so this time for no magic, I did something a little different. See, something I forgot to mention is, well, we picked up Sparkie, and Sparkie does not have a weapon. That's the cool part here. He fits for this challenge. He does not have a weapon, so he can join our party, and he has pretty good attack and good defense without anything equipped on him. And he's pretty good for this party because he has area of effect moves with his breath attacks, and sweet breath could help put us asleep. As usual, Noep and Kirill are going to have the Icicle Dirk and Staff of Divine Wrath, respectively. Mina is mostly going to be casting Snooze or helping heal. That's going to be her main thing. If you wanted to, you could give her the Staff of Salvation to help her save MP, but you don't really need to. Let's just jump right in. It's kind of fun to actually like switch these parties around, and I'm getting to use Sparkie, which I rarely ever get to do. Alright, so Icicle Dirk, we're going to Kabuff and Insulate to start, just to mitigate damage here. Snooze might be better to start with, but I'd rather get all the buffs up first. And then you could just snooze spam. Boria technically could work here too if you wanted him. Ugh, I hate when Sparkie does that. Sometimes he'll attack, but it's kind of on the rare side. Staff of Divine Wrath, and why don't you get the snoozing? Two out of 3, not bad. And what's Sparkie gonna do? Oh, right, that's what we want. Chilly Breath is his only damaging move. He could do reliably on these guys. Oop. No. I almost went into a zap mode there. Go ahead and Staff of Salvation. And you keep snoozing to get that middle guy down. Stay asleep. There we go. Oh, the last one woke up. Oh, thank you, Sparkie. Oh, well, thanks for trying, Sparkie. I appreciate it. But yeah, you just gotta rely on your items for this one. It's only slightly different from the last part of this challenge, but that's okay. Okay, and they're all asleep. Mina doesn't really have anything to do now, so I'm just going to let these two do their thing, and I don't know, why don't you heal yourself, I guess. You don't really need to, but eh. Alright, the one that Sparkie struck went down first. And Sparkie finished them off. Thank you, Sparkie. Yeah, there really was no better options here than Sparkie because, well, you want people to be able to survive, for one, and you also want people to are able to affect the enemies, which, well, without their attack spells, no one really can do much better, and we don't want to have an uneven amount of deaths, so you're better off not using Elena. So, yeah, that's basically what we did, is had people that had decent resistances or buffs that would make the most sense, and also could survive pretty well, so this made the most sense. Anyway, last up is Aamon, so I'll see you there first with the Mage Crew. Alright, here's Aamon with the Magic Attack Crew. This one's gonna be a little more difficult. You're probably better off going with the fisticuffs route on Aamon, but I like to show off both anyway, so why don't we do that? The problem with Aamon here is he is immune and heavily resistant to almost all spells except for Zap. Zap, he only has 25% resistance, but it's still resistance. Everything else is... Sizz and Whoosh are 75% resisted, so most of the time, Mina and Maya are going to be missing those spells. I have a plan for Maya, however. Kirill's mostly going to be here for support, just helping us stay alive, healing, and multi-healing as needed. So, there's not much else to really show off. Item-wise, we're mostly consistent with what we're holding. So why don't we just jump right on in. Alright. Asshole Aamon time. He starts with Bounce and he'll continue using Bounce, and that's what makes the Magic Attack Crew a little weak here. I'm going to cast Boom knowing that No Wep's going to get a face full of ouch, though. Then we're going to have Kirill go ahead and kabuff just because we want to get some defenses going for us. We're going to have Mina start off with the Zenithian sword, and then have Maya sizzle the drooling ghouls. Yeah, that's normal. No Wep can take it, at least. Alright, good. Now bounces down. And we get kaswooshed. Oh, but the mirror shield helps a little. Oh, and it hit him back, but we didn't see the damage. Because it was at the end of the round, but that's still funny. Alright. Since it's down, I'm going to have you go ahead and zap. We're going to have you... He doesn't really have much. Why don't you Divine Wrath? You're going to kaswoosh, and you are going to go puff. Now, he does resist the breath every now and then, but it has a pretty reliable damage, and you don't have to worry about bounce being up with it. So that's why puff is a better option here. Alright, and he didn't put up bounce again, so that's good. Why don't you give us a multi-heal, even though we don't really need it yet. It sucks that we don't have the Sage Stone yet, because that would save us some MP, but I'm not too worried about that. Alright. We're still good. Ooh, Maya, you slowed down there. Boria might be somewhat useful here just to get Accelerate going, I guess, but eh. Why don't you go ahead and use Staff of Divine Wrath? That's the closest thing you can do for damage. Because sometimes he doesn't resist it. Alright, we're actually getting lucky here. He's not outright spamming his bounce. Alright, that's going to be a multi-heal time. Oh, he got damaged by it, though. I love that. Alright, go ahead and zap. Normally, I have to put my own bounce up. Oh, wait. What were you doing? Oh, yeah, I did put multi-heal. Okay, good. Normally, I have to keep bringing it down, and I put No Wep up with his own bounce spell so that it makes it... you get some damage over time from Aamon spamming his own shit. Uh-oh, Maya's gonna need a full heal. Alright. We're still okay, though. Why don't you go ahead and bring Maya back up, and you can swoosh. Oh no, he went first. The little damage is funny. Well, I'm glad he's deciding not to really go all out with his moves here. This is much better than my test run, I can tell you that. Oh, no, don't do that. We're getting a lot more hits in on our spells compared to the test run. The test run, I was speeding through with my speed up button and all that, and I still was taking it much longer. He has less HP than Barbados. Frizzle. Okay, that's fine. Go ahead and zap him. Why don't you just full heal up Mina? It's also nice that I don't have to control Maya for this part. I'm going to consider Puff as attack magic in this case, you know? So I won't let that be used for non-magical attack challenge parts of this. Though I will tell you, I'm not looking forward to how I have to do the Pissarro stuff here. Alright, why don't you zap? I'm going to have you... Yeah, just multi-heal. And you're going to have to Puff again. I'm glad, though, with Puff, she immediately will attack, though, too. It's not like some early... I think it was Dragon Warrior 3, where if you use that spell, it's the first turn you turn into the dragon, and then the next turn you'd breathe the fire. Ooh, that's all pretty bad. Yeah, just use the staff. Ooh, it actually hit! That's really good! Alright, no ups, and Maya needs some healing. I think no up will survive, more likely, so why don't you go ahead, you full heal Maya, you can swoosh. If I really have to, I'll... Oh, wow! Again, that was much better than my other test run there, because I had to use my bounce spell to do some damage. I had to constantly take down Aamon's bounce spell, so we got lucky. I made that look a lot easier than that was. Now should be what I believe to be the easier run, the no magic attack, just your fists run. So I'll see you there. We're not going to wait for me to go through these level ups because I don't know how many there are going to be. So see you there. Okay, we're here with the non-magical attack crew, and as you can see, I am once again using Alina's party with the hero because they just kind of work very well together. I don't think I need to really go too far into what everyone's holding, other than that Kirill is going to be holding onto the Zenithian sword so he can take away our enemy's bounce spell. Because Noep's going to be busy either fisting some enemies, that sounds gross, I know, or going to be using the Icicle Dirk to help do some damage. Kirill might help out with the Staff of Divine Wrath sometimes, but and Boria is going to be buffing the shit out of us, as well as using the bounce spell to make Aamon not do as much havoc as he's doing. So anyway, let's go ahead and fast forward through his spiel, and let's start. Alright, so for the first part here, we're going to go ahead and have Noep start off with the Zenithian shield. Elena's going to just focus down Aamon. We're going to have you go ahead and use this... Do I want you to staff, or do I want you to... You know, we'll start off with the Zenithian sword anyway, while we have you just oomph Elena, because right now, Sap's not guaranteed to... Yeah, Kirill outsped Boria, but sometimes I don't want to have him sap and then get bounced back, so that's a bad idea. Alright. Bounce didn't work that well there. Okay, that's fine. Why don't you go ahead and do this? You keep on focusing down Aamon. We're going to have you go ahead and... I think we need you to heal up Boria. Actually, we're okay. Why don't you buff, even though it's going to bounce back from Noep. That's not a big deal. It's double stuff for him. And why don't you sap down Aamon? Resisted. But yeah, we're just going to focus... We're going to leave Alina on the focus down attack. Eventually, Boria's going to bounce himself, but right now we'd rather not until we get rid of the drooling ghouls. Go ahead and attack. Why don't you go ahead and full heal Boria. And you gotta try a sap again. Alright, there we go. 190 down. Ooh, that swoosh bounce was so good. Ooh, and that delayed full heal was actually pretty good too. Okay. Well, I'm alright with that, to be honest. Why don't you go ahead and just full heal yourself? You may as well. There's no real rush to taking down the drooling ghouls. Because he can't full heal Noep right now. And why don't you... Sap worked. Oomph is up. Bounce is still on Noep at the moment. You know what? I'm going to do this. Why don't you use the Staff of Divine Wrath instead, and then you play healer for Kirill. Almost. Alright, yeah, he's immune to Crackle, so... And bounces back up. He is Sap still. You know what? Yeah, just take him down. Why don't you go ahead and heal Elena? Yeah, heal Elena. And why don't you just salvation yourself? Because right now, Noep still has their bounce up. Yeah, they dodge physical attacks usually. I probably shouldn't have done that. Alright, we're still okay. Use the icicle dork and just take him out. No. You go back to Aamon. Let me see. And why don't you Staff of Divine Wrath anyway? And you can go ahead and Staff of Salvation yourself? Nah, do it for Kirill. Okay. Bounce spell is so good. When it helps, anyway. Alright, he's down in terms of sap. He's got bounce back up and his sap's gone. So we're going to have to take care of that. Actually, you can't do much. Other than refresh your Zenithian shield, which I don't want you to do. Snub? Is that self? Oh, that's interesting. I forgot that she has snub. So we could do that if we really wanted to. Or you could clang if you wanted to wait out the bounce too. However, I think I'm just going to have you attack even though you really can't do much. Oh wait, no, yes you can do something. You can full heal Boria so that we can do other things. You're attacking. You are going to have to Zenithian Sword. And I'm going to have you refresh Oomph on Elena just in case. Because there's bound to leave soon. Alright, bounces off of Noep now. So we can Oomph him. But we're not going to do it yet. So we're going to go ahead and use Kabuff instead. And we want to get Sap on this asshole. Ah, resisted. Yeah, so little damage. And of course you do that. You're an asshole. Alright, why don't you do the full heal. You keep attacking. You're going to have the Zenithian Sword. No. And you are going to go ahead and Oomph Noep. This way Noep can at least contribute a little bit of damage. Yeah, unfortunately no bounce spell up right now. I think a multi-heal's in order now. Why don't you attack? Yeah, you two are going to attack. You're going to multi-heal. And you need to try to sap. Yeah, Kirill's mostly here for the multi-heal. Alright, good. Now that it's down, we can actually fist them pretty good. That sounded so terrible, but it's what it is. Let me see. Oomph's up on them, and Sap's up on him, so you can just salvation yourself. Oh yeah, that damage. Okay. You guys can attack. Why don't you... Staff of Divine Wrath? No. You should probably full heal Boria, and Boria is going to... Oh, wait. I can't do that. If I want to do what I want playing. Why don't you do that instead, and you are going to bounce. Since he can't... Oh, well, that was unnecessary bounce anyway, but we got him. Generally, Elena just, even without the sap, so we'll be able to knock him out slowly but surely. Just had to work together. All right. Anyway, that's it for the physical crew, and that's all the barrier bosses. So I guess I'll be seeing you at Pissarro next. Ugh, I'm not looking forward to that. See you there.